Hello you guys, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play, Mickey Speedway USA. This is Cyber Bowser here, and today we are going to begin this awesome game with Mickey, I guess you could say. I didn't show off his stats there, but he's pretty much an all-around. This is a game that is from my childhood, admittedly, but first, let's just head right into traffic troubles then. This would be the first Grand Prix of it all. Now, I don't think I have to explain this to you. There's amateur, intermediate, and professional mode. That's basically the Mario Kart equivalent to 50, 100, and 150, if you didn't know that. Hiya Pluto, look what I have for you here. Yeah, this is a racing game that has a bit of an adventure tied into it as well. It's pretty interesting how they pulled it off back in the day. What the? Oh, these guys are here too. Well, I guess you have to have a villain, right? So apparently we're racing to save Pluto, apparently. Sounds kind of suspicious to me. And of course, Goofy would get the best line there. And we get Ludwig von Drake. Yeah, that is how you pronounce it. Okay. Now, there is something I did forget to mention already, but I'm sure you'll see it later. Supposedly he will give us more power the more engine parts we find. Well, the engine parts are actually on professional mode, so that means you have to go through all three modes just to get the engine part. Yeah. They didn't make this game easy back in the day, and it sure as heck ain't easy now. But yeah, this game is pretty much treated like any other racing game on the 64. And it's like the R button is to drift. I'm not sure if the L button does that too. You steer using the control stick. Or analog stick. I don't think it matters what you call it. Now, another thing you have to be doing here in this game as well, there are car parts scattered around this whole thing. There's car parts scattered throughout each Grand Prix. And you're going to need the car parts to unlock a certain Grand Prix later on. I'm not going to do too much with it though. But yeah, you'll notice I'm in 6th place now. But that's because I was after the car part. The good news is, if you collect it once, that's all you need. Then you don't have to worry about it ever again, because you found it. So, disregard the first lap there then. I'm already in first, but bear in mind, this is amateur mode. I forgot to mention, but we're in Indianapolis. I'm not sure if this is actually what it looks like or not. But I'm guessing it'd be like the Indy 500 racetrack or something. That's kind of what I'm getting from this, but I don't know. As a kid, I used to be really freaking good at this game. Although, obviously my skills are a bit rusty now. And apparently, yeah, I left all the dialogue that the characters say with each other. You can turn it off though. I know you can, but I usually just leave them in because, well, they don't affect me that much while you're racing. So, who's behind me? Oh shoot. Alright, so someone had a balloon. Not a balloon, a bubble. What am I talking about? Now, the way that this game scores it is 9, 5, 3, 1, and then 5th and 6th get nothing. You still want to get first place in every single race, because then you'll actually get a special trophy for it, which I'm not gonna get all of them, probably. But yeah, as you can see here, it's a stolen car part, same difference. Find them, and eventually we'll get Pluto back if we get all the car parts. that's pretty much the story, though. There's not really much of one, really. But now we're in San Francisco. It looks like it could have been that way a long time ago. Not sure if it is now, but this was one of the... It was one of the stages that I felt wasn't too difficult. And it's like, there's no shortcuts to be had. I know that. Actually, I don't think there's any shortcuts until maybe the last one in this cut. That's kind of what I'm getting from this. But yeah, San Francisco... way to butcher that name. San Francisco doesn't have any shortcuts at all. Which is very unfortunate. I feel like they could have gotten away with it. But that's alright. I think, if anything, they wanted to try and make it as realistic as possible. I think. And I think they succeeded for the most part. Wow, that laugh though. But yeah, on amateur mode, you'll notice each lap takes at least a minute to complete. Obviously, that changes with each difficulty. What I'm gonna do with this playthrough is I'm going to be playing all these on amateur mode, just so I can show you the courses. And there's a reason why I'm doing that. But they get really difficult later on, and I would much rather not take the risk. Wow. There are some really good lines in this game, though. I should probably say this much. Since we are using Disney characters, well, they're obviously Disney characters. What else would it be? But Rareware actually made this game in 2000, I believe it was. And Nintendo just distributed. Sorry, published. That's the word I was looking for. I know what I'm talking about. Like, I did plenty of research about this game. Well, after I played it as a kid, because if anything, this game has nostalgia written all over it. And I thought this was the better game whenever you compared like Mario Kart 64 or Mickey Speedway USA, which I had both of them a long time ago. And I think this was far superior to me. Keep in mind, at the time, I never played Diddy Kong Racing. At least I don't think I did. I always thought Diddy Kong Racing was too difficult, though. I don't know. Maybe it was just the bosses. I wasn't used to a boss being in a racing game or something. Something stupid like that. But yeah, we are just coming on the heels on this one. And yeah, 3 minutes it took for that one. 3 minutes. It should never take that long, but I don't even think that's the longest one. We'll see a longer one shortly, but we're gonna have another postcard here shortly. So let's see what it is then. You're noticing I'm going through this kind of quickly. This is all happening within one Grand Prix, keep in mind. So, oh no, Pluto's getting roasted. No. How is that fun at all? I almost feel sorry for him at this point. Wow, that is kind of mean. But there are far worse ones later. But yeah, this one is New Mexico. Now, the music here is pretty good. Actually, all the music in this game is really good, actually. That was kind of redundant. Yeah, they pretty much made this... I'm not sure if it's like this or not in New Mexico. I'm not too certain. Maybe it is. I don't know. But I do know a lot of this music is catchy. Even like... there, I just showed an example of what happens if you drift too far. If you try to hold your drift too long, you spin out. Just like you would in Mario Kart, actually. Same mechanic. So you gotta watch out for that. But it shouldn't be too troublesome. Later on, that could cost you, but in amateur mode, it doesn't matter. You can also fling items like ahead of you as well as behind you. So, for example, let me get into the items. That item I just got there, that paint thing, that goo, that pretty much acts like a banana peel. And this one, the shocker they call it, the baseball, 'cause that's what it looks like, a baseball. That's pretty much like a shell. Well, no. It is a projectile though, but, the Pacer Chaser ones, those act as like red shells. But I got another one of those banana peels, I guess you could call it. In first place, you're bound to get those. Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of those goo things. You're gonna get a lot of them. And you will find these courses get repetitive really, really quickly. At least these beginning ones do. But wow. there are some interesting lines. What else could I say here that I haven't said before? I know, the oomph tokens, they're called. Basically, those will increase your speed over time, the more coins you collect. 20 is the max, so that'd be your max speed. Pretty interesting how that works. But now we're entering the Grand Canyon. Oh boy, I remember this level as a kid. This was pretty fun actually, because of one certain shortcut that we'll find out here. But yeah, Mickey's stats really doesn't matter a whole lot in amateur mode. I mean, I do break out of the pack pretty early, but everyone pretty much just stays in a line, really. What the? But yeah, sometimes people will get in front of you. You'll see a split here. In amateur mode, you can use this. It counts as a shortcut because you'll notice the place changed to a question mark. In amateur mode, this is actually a really good shortcut to use. But just be aware, it does slow you down. So you may want to have a spritzer there before you try attempting it. Not to mention, there are also some really deadly turns in this one as well. But you should do just fine. But yeah, you're gonna get a lot of baseballs and goo and a lot of Pacer Chasers as well. The likelihood of you getting a spritzer in first place is very unlikely. But you never know. But yeah, I hear people say that the Grand Canyon is one of the longest courses in the game. I don't know if that's true or not. I can think of one other that's maybe a bit longer, but as far as like regular courses, yeah, this is probably the longest one. Now, instead of the shortcut here, I decided to go the regular path just to show it off. I don't think it's any faster personally, but you know, if you go in the middle where it's red, orange, and whatnot, that will slow you down like a lot. You do not want to go on that. You can miss the items there too. That time I got a spritzer. So it's not every single time you get one, because those are more rare than the goo. But as you can see, it's like 2.5 minutes in. What is this? We still have another lap of this. But you'll notice I am like probably 10 seconds ahead. Is that true? Okay, about 7 seconds. that's still a lot of time to be cutting off in this game, as opposed to like milliseconds later. But yeah, for this lap, I'm just gonna use the shortcut. I'm far enough ahead, I don't think it matters that much. So, we're nearing the end of this Grand Prix, and this is probably the most interesting stage of the Grand Prix, actually. Maybe New Mexico, but even then, that's pushing your luck. What was the one before New Mexico, though? Because that one was pretty good, too. I don't know. Probably doesn't matter that much. I missed the items there. Well, in amateur mode, you really don't have to worry about items as much either. Which is really a shame, because yeah, that took almost 4 minutes. Like wow. Yeah, I was ahead by at least 11 seconds. Wow. I mean, I know it's amateur mode, but still. So let's see what we have on the agenda today. What happened? Ooh, a rainbow trophy. Oh yeah. And then you have to try the harder ones. Well, this isn't gonna be easy. But yeah, the weasels await me on professional. Yeah, if you want to progress the story, wow, the story, you'll have to beat these on professional mode as well. I believe I mentioned that already. But yeah, now we get like the Mario Kart version of the ceremony, I guess you could say. So, who did we get here? Goofy got 3rd, so he gets a bronze. Daisy got 2nd, so she gets a silver. And normally you would get a gold trophy, but I actually got a rainbow trophy for getting 1st in every single race. But if you did enjoy this video, please make sure you like, comment, do all that fun stuff, and yeah, I'll see you next time for the next Grand Prix. Take care, everybody.